Hi everyone, welcome back to another cut above with Chris. It's now 8 o'clock in the evening. I took my shave of the day photograph today about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I've been so exhausted after work, it's almost like my body's saying just fucking rest. But I've got 4 days growth, it's itching, I want to get it knocked in the head. So I'm going to be using, as you've seen from the start, I haven't done my little fancy sort of video start again because I'm just too tired to do that. Shave of the day pick, and that's it. Captain's Choice Bay Rum. This was kindly sent to me from Spencer over at Spence Shave. I think his channel's just Spencer Frankel now, I think. And top bloke. But this one, very light scent, sort of 2 or 3 out the tub. Got a very light amount of clove in it, but it's just a light scent. I expect bay rum to be quite punchy, quite in your face, but for those that have got sensitive skin, I definitely recommend this one. It's not got that amount of clove in it that would, because that's quite a highly allergic essential oil, clove oil, so it's good that it doesn't have that, but it does need that bit of pep in my opinion. But all the same, it still smells nice. Brush for today is the Nero Ardesian Murano glass. The lighting at this time of the night in my house isn't the bit, well, I've got tons of lights, but it's never that great for video footage. 26mm Tony Forsyth synthetic tuxedo style knot. It's not a tuxedo knot, but it's a nice knot. So let's get it dipped in the water, look at the excess, and then straight into the tub. I'm absolutely knackered. I feel like I could sleep for a month. I didn't think December was ever going to get to the end of it. I thought I was just going to be working forever. That's what it felt like. 3, 4, 5 jobs a day. My business partner, he's still in the police. He's actually on shift tonight and tomorrow, but he's got Christmas off right through into the new year, which is good. Right, I've really heavily loaded this brush. I'm just going to scoop the soap off the sides while it's still dry. As you can see, the soap's on the side there. Now, being a glass brush, when it's wet and it's got soap on it, it doesn't like that. Wet the face. Oh. So it's going to be a little bit of a relaxing shave. There'll be no excitement, nothing flash. I'm just going to enjoy it. That's why I picked the bay rum today, something nice and sort of warm and spicy. My house is lovely and cold again since I got the split system aircons fixed. Just watched a new movie, the Netflix movie. It's called Bright. It's got Will Smith in it. It was actually quite good. I quite enjoyed it. It was a bit different. Sort of orcs and elves and humans sort of living now in this, as the world is now. But I enjoyed it. It was different. They've brought out some good movies, Netflix. I'm amazed they haven't gone under yet, if I'm honest. The amount of money they must be pouring into the movie industry. They don't get any real kickback from the movies because they never see the cinemas, I don't think. so much scrub with this brush. With the knot, sorry, not the brush, but the knot itself. Just a phenomenal amount of scrub. It's been a while since I used this soap. I don't remember the lather being this good. Holy shit, this is thick stuff. Look, it could be doing a little bit more water, but I'm too tired to piss about with it. But that's phenomenal. Beautiful lather. You can actually see, I mean, there's a little layer bubble there, but you can see how thick that lather is, how dense it is. Anyway, let's see how it shaves. I'm going with the Rocnel Elite Titanium again. Got the same feather blade that I used in the last shave, so it's done half my face. So this is pretty much the second use of it, I suppose. And I've got 4 days growth, so let's just see how a mild feeling but efficient razor does with 4 days growth. Cold water shave, no prep. Second just feather. And once again, I just want to say thank you to Alan for loaning me this razor for a while. I was going to compare it with the Mergress, but I just don't see any point really. It's a lovely razor, it shaves beautifully smooth. It's a mild feeling razor with an efficient finish, so you don't get much blade feel from it. You do feel the blade. The feedback's phenomenal, feedback's exceptional. For such a heavy razor. It is basically designed for the feather blades, so if you buy this razor, do expect anything other than feathers to be slightly tight when you get them onto the post. But I have found the Persona Made Preps and the Gillette Nasets that I used were just better. Was it a Nasets? Yeah, it was a Nasets, I think. They were just better blades in this razor for me. So, as much as it works absolutely perfectly fine with the feather blades, it's smooth, it's comfortable. It's not as smooth and not as comfortable as it is with the Made Preps or the Nasets. Oh god, that feels good already, just to get that off. It's getting a bit itchy. I have become accustomed to the weight of the handle as well. I'm actually quite enjoying it now. You sort of balance it. You don't hold it necessarily. You just sort of let it sit on this finger here, on the pinky, and you just let it fall down with the weight of the razor. There's no real effort. I'm not putting any pressure on my face. Well, first pass done. Really nice. Just going to take the water out, it's a bit murky. residual slickness is excellent. I'll just show you now. It's just gliding over, so excellent residual slickness. I don't remember it being that good last time I used it either, and I think from memory I used a natural hairbrush. So there we go. That sort of answers that question for me. I'm pretty sure I used a natural hairbrush last time I used this, so I could be wrong. But I think because Spencer sent me it, I just felt I had to use one. I've got a package on the way from Reyes Restores, which he sent about a week and a half ago, I think now. And it got to Perth a few days back, but obviously with the Christmas rush it's never actually got you. He sent Spencer's package a week after mine's, and it's just arrived in Sydney. So I'll be gutted if Spencer's package arrives before mine's. If you're watching this, Reyes, I can watching you, mate. Sending me second class postage and sending it first class for Spencer. Disgusting. That's a joke, by the way, just in case anyone thinks I'm being serious. Right, that'll do me. I'm not mincing about with my lather tonight, I can't be bothered. One thing with the feather blade though, because this is a mild razor, it does work ever so slightly more efficiently, I would say. But you do lose that little bit of sharp, that little bit of smoothness that I got from the Med Preps. And the Nasets, which were outstanding in this razor, they really were. But this is still beautiful. It makes what most people would assume to be quite a rough blade, really, because it is so sharp. You really need the lightest of touches when you're using feather blades. Just got to be ever so careful. Stephen, the Suffolk shaver, did actually say if I stick my fingers on some alum it will hold it, and that's very true, but I can't be arsed. Lots of little brush this, really enjoy it. Chubby style sort of handle, even though it's solid glass, but it's got that chubby sort of size. I'm just going to dip the tips a bit. So I've got my first wet shavers meet up as well, over here on the 28th of December. So there's not many of us going, we don't actually have that many in WA that I know of. So, on the 28th at the Sail and Anchor in Fremantle at 2 p.m. So if any of you guys fancy turning up. If you're in WA and you never say nothing. Super smooth, really is. I'm actually going to miss this razor if I'm honest. I think if I did have the money I would certainly contemplate buying it, or buying a similar razor from Rocnel because it's such high quality. Maybe one that's not geared towards feather blades. I'm not sure whether he has that or not. Whether he has a razor that just takes any blade, I'm pretty sure he would have. It does sort of make sense that you call a razor the Elite. And essentially the feather blade is the elite blade. It's the probably the sharpest blade out there. But the thing with the feather blade is it's just not for everyone. I'll tell you what, I've got a really close shave there today. I'm just going to do a little bit more around my lips. This lad is exceptional today. Really impressed with Captain's Choice now. I was before, but now this is taking it to a new level. Stunning. Right. Oh, what a shave. Well, I have to say that's 4 days growth, I mean that's as close as I've been under here. I feel BBS there, if I'm honest. Wow. And I've got no irritation. That's just incredible. A really good razor. Really good razor. Right. Thea's medicated, which stinks of clove. Can't go wrong with that when you're doing a bare arm shave. My skin feels silky smooth right now. Oh, it's the best tasting witch hazel as well, by far the best tasting. Right, let's clean the soap out. And then I'm going to give the old Rocnel a polish, a clean, take the blade out, get a good bit of sanitizer, and then pop it back in its box. And I'll probably send it back to Alan between Christmas and New Year. That's the plan anyway. I don't generally like sending stuff at that time of year, but if I send it express I think I'll be fine. Unless Alan says no, don't send it that time of year. I'm always worried things go missing. The Christmas post, New Year stuff. Just rinsing the brush out. Right, so that's still drying in. So the soap, as we saw at the start, was Captain's Choice Bay Rum, kindly sent to me from Spencer Frankel over in the Eastern States, over in the Gold Coast. I think it's the Gold Coast, I'm sure it is. And yeah, just a lovely, he sent me the set, so I've got the splash which I'll be using next once this dries in. The brush today was the Nero. Let me see if I turn this light on so we can get a bit of, oh, see if that lights it up more, so you can actually get a bit of a view at the colour of it. Beautiful brush, 26mm. It was a 28mm when I bought it. Well, not bought it, I won it in a raffle. It was a 28mm, but it's a terrible knot, shocking knot, so this is really upped its game now on this brush. I almost just chucked it in the bin. Thankfully I didn't. Razor Rocnel Elite Titanium, probably the last time we'll see it on the channel. It's a really nice razor, and once again Alan, thanks very much for sending it over here. I hope you've enjoyed being able to see it, getting reviewed by someone else and getting the name out there. As far as I'm concerned, it should be out there, people should be buying them, and no doubt I will add a Rocnel into my den, possibly. I'm really looking into the adjustable. I quite like the look of that. Bit chunky, but I like adjustable razors now, I really do. So finishing off with Thayer's Medicated. I'm freaking exhausted, I tell you what, I'm ready for bed. I'm going to go and watch football now. Oh yes, I'm going to finish it off now with the Captain's Choice Bay Rum, which I think there's not much in here. Alcohol, witch hazel, essential oils and extracts and glycerin. So that's it, that's all you've got, that's your whack. So I've always given that a good shake. It's nice, but it's not, I don't think it's much better for your skin, I have to say, but it's not as nice smelling for me as Colonel Conk's Bay Rum. I find that a nicer smelling Bay Rum. Lovely burn. I'm assuming that is, what have we got on here? It's definitely a witch hazel burn, so I'm assuming when they make these they put a much higher concentration of witch hazel in it, but a good quality witch hazel, unlike Thayer's and Humphreys and things like that. So a lovely burn from that. Really nice shave, I really enjoyed that. It's really sort of brightened me up now for tonight. Looking forward to the football, looking forward to tomorrow with the kids. Christmas Eve is probably more magical for the kids than Christmas Day is, in my opinion, Christmas Eve. And Santa's little naughty elf will be heading back down tonight to have a word with Santa and let him know that the kids have been good. So, Elf on a Shelf, if you don't do it, by the way, it's good fun for the first couple of days, and then you need to break Elf on a Shelf's leg and leave him in the same spot for the next 15 days. Works the charm. So other than that, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I will be back on camera probably tomorrow, and I'll definitely be on Christmas Day for a Christmas shave. And you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. This time of the year is really bad for it. Have a good think about it, don't drink and drive. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.